A lot of people may have known, may have not known. There was this dance competition that was going around, and apparently, the winner of this dance competition was supposed to be able to win $25,000 and be featured in the next Sierra music video. Now, the name of this challenge, I believe, was like Dance Icon or something like that. I'm not sure 100% on the name, but I'm not saying that the competition was rigged or anything like that, but towards the tail end of the competition and even seeing the finalists and the winners and how they went about doing the contest in general was a little fishy. Percent saying that I think the competition is rigged. Now, there's certain things in the competition that I do think is a little fishy, but I was definitely heavily into this competition because my sorry, I got allergies, a little congested. My girlfriend was in the competition. Not only was my girlfriend in the competition, I was actively voting for her. Some of her family members were actually purchasing votes for her to vote. But the voting system just seemed flawed, and it just didn't necessarily make any bit of sense. Like, I do have some videos pulled up of some people's thoughts. Like, this girl, she said that she don't got no friends. There was not really nobody voting for her. How the hell is she gonna be top 5 in a competition when nobody is voting for her? You know what I'm saying? Let's see what she had to say. Hold on, I forgot to change my screen capture. There we go.
This shit is a scam. How the fuck? I'm top 5. I ain't did a video yet. I ain't did a video yet. What that girl say? I ain't win because it's rigged. The fuck? And don't nobody like me. I ain't got no friends. Ain't nobody voting for me on this bitch. So how I get 5th place? How? Not only that, when they ask you why you should be in this competition, I copied and pasted they shit. And still got accepted.
See, like, this girl said that nobody was voting for her. Let's see. She only got like 1,000 followers. So it's not like she has a huge following for her to be able to get top 5 in a group where nobody was really voting for real. Now, this video got views, I will say. But outside of that, how is a girl with no friends, not really any followers, going to be top 5 in a competition group where people need to be actively voting every week? Well, not even every week, every day, not every week, every single day people needed to vote by a certain time until the voting threshold was done. Then you also have this girl right here who posted. So I'm a dancer, right, and I'm a part of her contest. But this Sierra Dance Icon is a little suspicious and weird to me. How did everyone I know, and then how did everyone I know, and then some make the top 20? Make the top 20 for the first cuts, and now second top is top 15, but I've never seen anyone below top 7. I thought this contest would at least last a month. When is the music video supposed to drop? But I'm certain she already picked her dancers, and contest is to just promote her music, which also kind of makes some sort of sense because the winner of the competition is this girl right here, Lexington Subtle, right? Lexington Subtle did not post anything about the competition until after she won. Matter of fact, she didn't post anything about the competition, I don't think, at all. Right? She was posting everything about like her dance competitions and all types of other stuff, but she never posted about the competition. She has about 6,000 followers, but nobody has seen anything about the competition, not from her stories, not from her posts, not from anything. So, I don't know if she has any other social medias. Well, I guess she has a YouTube, Snap. Let's see. Let's check out her TikTok real quick. TikTok, she only got 19K. No posts about the competition here. Let's see. YouTube, what she got on YouTube? She don't really got nothing, no posts about the competition on YouTube. So it kind of just doesn't make any sense, right? And then here's the post right here. Now let's watch this video together and let's just watch how these people are dancing. Like, this was all of these people in the video are the top 8 finalists. Now, a lot of people was complaining a little bit because out of the top 8 finalists, the only person who looked like she could dance was the girl who won. So if there's one thing that I know, there was a lot of influencers who had tons and tons and tons of followers who entered this competition. If that's the case, if this competition was about votes, how do those people not win over somebody with only 6,000 followers on Instagram, 1,000 followers on TikTok, and only like maybe a couple hundred? I didn't see exactly how many subs she had on YouTube, but only a couple hundred subs on YouTube. That kind of doesn't make sense. And then if you watch this video, most of the people in this video, I think I already said this, but most of the people in the video don't know they can dance except for her. So it kind of seemed like they premeditated the competition. Like they already had who they wanted to win, and they were just waiting for the competition to be done. And like that other girl said in her other TikTok, it just seemed like they were just doing this to promote Ciara's music video.
I'm so grateful from Colossal to have been able to put this competition on, and the only reason it was successful is because of you, and also because of all of you. You all supported in 2.5.
Like, nobody's trying to throw shade at the person who won the competition. I'm not trying to throw shade at the person who won the competition. People are just finding it a little fishy. Now, it could have been a legit contest, but none of the criteria really makes any sense for what's going on. Now, I do have one more person who made a video explaining about their experience with the Ciara competition, and let's get into that and let's see what he has to say.
Let's talk about Dance Icon. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, Dance Icon is a dance competition show hosted by Ciara in hopes of one dancer receiving the opportunity to be premiered in her new music video and would also win a cash prize of $20,000. This opportunity should have gone to new and up-and-coming dancers to have a higher platform and to receive some insight into the professional commercial dance world. But as many of us are starting to clock,
this is not the case.
And I want to preface, this is nothing against Ciara. She's an absolutely wonderful artist. This is a much bigger issue than her. Many of us have honestly started to notice that this Dance Icon competition operates in a very similar vein to dance reality competition shows, where oftentimes the people that are promoted and are advanced or make it all the way through are the ones that have huge followings, are already influencers, or already have huge connections within the dance community. And this is very hard for new and up-and-coming dancers to understand because in retrospect, a lot of these competitions are merely promoting people within similar networks, within similar agencies, and they're the ones receiving these opportunities. It's very rare to see an opportunity like this actually want to try and promote new talent that at this rate, it really shouldn't surprise anyone. I'm not gonna say I didn't fall victim to this because I did participate in the competition, but if you just look at the amount of people that are still in this competition, I think this pretty much says all you need to know. At the end of the day, I think it's definitely known that oftentimes when it comes to industries such as these, they want to promote people that they already know rather than trying to seek out new talent.
Now, to me, right, like he was saying, it was probably, try to promote people who had a huge following, rada. So I feel like it can either go one of two ways, right? You could say, oh, the competition was rigged because people with the most following, who had the more money, whatever, could just purchase votes, would go further in the competition. Then why would somebody who won not have a huge following? But then you could also say that they chose that they seen that this person danced before. Ciara could have been like, yo, I like this person, I want her in my music video, but they still wanted to have this competition. So they put it out to make it seem like the competition was a regular competition, that, that it wasn't rigged because the top people, the top follower people, whatever, didn't win the competition, but they still used those people to promote Ciara and this music video. So at the end of the day, it still could have been that, But the competition also could have been normal because the girl who won has a normal following. So I feel like there's 3 different scenarios that could have potentially happened. We just don't know. But there's more stuff that makes this even more fishy. Now, We go back to the Dance Icon page. If you look, these are all the finalists. They're posting all the finalists and stuff. As you can see, these posts down here, these posts were in February. These posts here all have comments of the finalists, right? But up until these last 3 posts right here, which is basically talking about meeting the finalists and all types of other stuff, is when they start to shut the comments down, right? There's a reason why they shut the comments down, because there's this post right here, which is one of the most recent posts, which isn't their post. They were tagged in this post and put as a collaborator, but this is not their post. If you go through the comments, at first, it's all, you know, oh, I was so close, fire, beautiful, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. But then the more you scroll, you get to these other comments. Let's see if I can find it. I knew something was up when everyone was getting the same emails of being told they was top 6 in their group. It started to give scams some days. Nobody voted for me, and I was still told I moved forward. Congrats. So how are these the finalists? That is very true. Like, how are people moving forward in the competition when nobody's voting for them? Why y'all turn the comments off the last video? Y'all know y'all playing in our face. See, told y'all. A competition with not, I'm guessing I'm supposed to say no. Competition with no transparency is a scam. Where is this? Where's the live? Where's the live event? I can't fucking read right now. Where's the live event? Why can't we see them compete? Stage, venue. Also, how one of the finalists, who was a fan of Ciara, who has danced with her before, put on this. The winner is from one of the best talent agencies, so I'm confused. I didn't know that. That is information that I did not know. So you're telling me the winner is somebody who knows Ciara already, who's danced with Ciara already, and is a part of one of the top dancing agencies right now? That is actually insane. I posted so many times about the scam. They raised $2.5 million for dancers by lying to everybody. And that's what it seemed like they were doing in the competition, saying, oh, you're top 5, you're top 1, you're number 1 in your position, you're number this, you're number that, you're good, you're this, or that. When nobody's voting for them, that's lying. That's a scam. You can't do that. That's not a real competition. That just gives off, oh, yeah, we got what we have for this competition, but, you know, y'all gonna still do this anyway, promote, give us the money, whatever. We gonna still do this anyway. So it's just stuff like this is kind of fishy to me. Now, again, I'm not gonna say the competition was a scam, but I will say that the competition was a little fishy, and a lot of people were also complaining that, like, why did you have to log into Facebook just in order to vote for free? You know, I could think of some reasons why that could be the case. So you could think, oh, they're sponsored by Facebook, but there's no post anywhere that says that they're sponsored by Meta, Facebook, or anything like that. So I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comments your thoughts and opinions. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. It's your boy Sway. We out here.
Let that shit ride, 88.
It's that trench music. Can't feel my pain unless you've been through it. Gotta be rapping about shit that I've been doing. Rest in peace to my brothers I've been losing. Trying to put in the cup, but I'm still using.